Hi, everyone. My name is Ryan. I'm a current third-year medical student at UAB School of Medicine, and I'm also part of the Independent Student Analysis Committee, which is part of the School of Medicine's reaccreditation process for the LCME. I'm here today with Dr. Christina Grabowski to talk about how medical students are selected for the School of Medicine. Hi, Dr. Grabowski.
Hi, Ryan. So good to see you.
I'm glad that you're able to speak to me today. Can you tell me a little bit about how holistic review plays a role in students being considered for medical school?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So holistic review is the process by which we review applicants for medical school. And we do so giving individualized consideration to each applicant to try to understand what they might contribute to our learning environment, as well as to the field of medicine, the profession of medicine. So we give balanced consideration to academic metrics, as well as experiences and attributes that we're looking for that are mission aligned for our medical school. And so that means, everything from academics and student group involvement and medical exposure and community service and research, all the things that students do to prepare to come to medical school. And we're looking at all of that in the process.
So it's not just my grade that gets factored into admissions, correct?
That's right. So that is absolutely true. I think one of the myths, though, about holistic review is that we don't look at grades, right? So, oh, you're using holistic review, so grades aren't as important. And that's also we have to be careful about, too, because you know very well as a student how rigorous medical school is. And so it's extremely important that students are academically prepared to come to medical school. But beyond being academically prepared, there's a lot more to being a physician. And so we're sort of like the admissions committee and the HR department. We're the gateway to the profession of medicine. So we're going to interview and do the kinds of things if you're hiring someone, but we're also going to be looking at those academic preparation. And so it's sort of marrying those two processes.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I also heard that we were selected to participate in the AAMC's situational judgment test, starting with the 2022 admission cycle. Can you tell me a little bit about what this means for applications in the School of Medicine?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking about that. So you know, Ryan, from being in the holistic review course, the elective course, that we use a lot of data-driven assessments in our admissions process to assess attributes, experiences, as well as academic metrics. And SJT is another assessment for our toolkit. We were invited back in 2018 to be part of the validity study for the AAMC's situational judgment test, or SJT, in which our students, first and second years, were offered Amazon gift cards to take this test. And then we used those data against performance and things like ICM. And we actually had the faculty were actually asked to do a special evaluation form of students in ICM around these personal competencies that the SJT assesses. And so in doing that, we were part of the study to show that the assessment does tell us about these personal and professional competencies. And so now, fast forward a few years, we're one of the schools selected to use SJT in our admissions process. And schools all over the country are using different SJTs, not the AMC SJT. There's only 6 in the study currently, but other SJTs are being used, because it's really important that we have different assessment tools for different parts of those experiences, attributes, metrics to determine who's the right fit for our school. And so it allows students to show those personal and professional competencies, whereas, an MCAT score tells certain information about content and analytical ability, and grades tell a lot about academic performance, sometimes about persistence and things along those lines too, certainly. But we need assessments about personal and professional competencies. And you know that we do that in the process, but we only get to interview maybe 500 people from 5,000 plus applications every year. And we can't interview everyone. So having a tool a little earlier in the process about these competencies will be really helpful in our evidence-based, mission-driven, holistic review process.
Wow, that's awesome. So essentially this isn't just a test to kind of see who's fit to be in the School of Medicine. This is really kind of seeing who's going to be the future physicians caring for a really diverse population.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right, Ryan. You got it. That's what we're looking for.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for talking with me about all of this, Dr. Grabowski.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me and having me as part of this video series. Take care. It's good to see you.